Hello there, little dear. Such an unusual thing to find this deep into the wintry hillsides, right? Should be asleep. Strange, strange little being you are. Why does it seem... Why does it seem every being I'm finding that's outside the norm of their species seems to be so much smaller? I guess that cat wasn't very small, but you're absolutely tiny. And at least from what I can tell, it's not like you're young. You seem to be relatively adult-ish. Strange, strange beings on Earth. So unusual. So... I don't know how to describe you. Unusual coloring too. Green claws. Green eyes. How did you even find your way into this house? I randomly saw you through the window and decided to come in and see what you were up to. And immediately hit you with enough poison to keep you stood still for a while, which... Well, I don't know if I needed to do that, but regardless, it's always good practice to make sure whatever you're making pay attention to you can't run away if they suddenly decide to change their mind. I'd ask for your name, but I am sure right now everything is internally a bit paralyzed, and trying to mumble probably won't help. I'm assuming you don't know who I am. I'm not of Earth, so I would not be surprised. But it's fine. You don't need to know my name from Earth. The rest of your solar system is well aware of my presence. Just a few days ago, I took over any moons floating around Jupiter. I believe it was called Europa. They're long gone now. Very long gone. Well, don't worry. Earth is in no harm, and neither are most of its beings. I get what I come for, and I leave with what I need. And honestly, I don't think I need you in a good way. I think after we're done here, I'll just leave you be. No reason to cause trouble where it's not needed, you know? Even though something as simple as a deer someone might care about going missing could mean big trouble if I want to stay on the down low to your planet. You enjoy being pet at least, don't you? Yeah, you can really feel my sharp poison-filled claws in your scalp, I'm sure. Scratching, but not hard enough to break the skin, thankfully for you. We don't need anyone suddenly breaking into any convulsions or anything. Or it'd be that. Oh, but dear, you need take no hostilities with me. Like I'm sure there's no reason to make you upset. Maybe you are. I can't quite tell, you know? Well, quite honestly, I've got nothing of interest to really speak with you for right now. Maybe I'll just scratch the back of your head for a while. Kiss it if I feel so inclined. Seem to enjoy that. Don't worry, small dear. Nothing to fear here. You can call my rhyme scrap if you want. Well, if you could speak. But, as we know... Oh my. I could almost grip your throat. No reason to do that. I've got other ways of making you choke. Maybe later I'll show you. But, it won't hurt. Or at least not much. Too sweet to harm. Too sweet to harm, this deer is. Or I think so, at least. You seem mostly harmless. Very tiny. Oddly green around the limbs. Eyes. You're quite the strange looking deer. Are you even a deer? I have a feeling you just gave me a look of disapproval for doubting you. Oh, we don't tolerate those around here. Negative emotions are capped off with, not great effect. Best stay positive if you want to retain the ability to breathe. I tease. I'm not going to harm you. Much. And trust me, for now, my kisses are not much trouble to you. And you actually seem to enjoy them the most. Yes. Oh, such a good dear. My breath wafting off the back of your head. The beginnings of sulfur filling the air. Unfortunately, my presence does bring that unfortunate smell to your nose. Hanging in the air. The soft, brimstone-like stench. I assure you, I in no way mean for it to be offensive to you. But the more I'm straight on you, breathing on you, kissing you, or merely allowing my body to exist in you. Unfortunately, I will be depositing rather brimstone-like odor. Fear not, it's not like it's going to stay. Merely an hour away from me, and you'll forget both that I was here and that the smell even existed. But maybe I'll keep you for more than an hour. Surely I won't keep you in my lap this whole time. But you are quite a cute creature to just pet and enjoy the presence of. Unusually so. Normally I find the bigger creatures to be the ones I enjoy the company of more, even though they tower over me. Hmm. Apparently, in your Earth measurements, I'm about 1.4 meters, or 5'4" if you're from a country that uses a system called Imperial. So, comparatively to most creatures of this planet, I am quite small. But you, oh, you, my dear, so much smaller. I thought deers normally towered in quite upsetting on their hind legs being over 6 feet. But you, what, 4? I'd say you're missing a good portion of your height there. Though it seems everything about you is a bit smaller than it should be. I mean this in no ill way towards any portion of your body. Really, I'm not trying to imply you have a small anything. Your stature is just short. Well, it's not any concern. Not any concern. Whether you be the smallest deer in the world or the largest, I'd still find you or presence enjoyable. But I will admit, the rather tiny stature of such a creature does make you extraordinarily easy to keep my own, though I have no want or need to make you truly one of my own. At least not today, dear. The deer is quite fine as the way you are. You do not need to worry about me lambasting you with my venomous bite, ripping apart your DNA and reforming it in ways that would make you like me. Not today, not today. More or less, today was my day off. Head to Earth for some pleasantries. I find these colder climates of your world quite enjoyable. The upper half of the American continent, especially the country known as Canada, is quite nice. Very far up north, I may be a dragon, so inherently kind of a hot creature, from a very warm planet of Venus. But I personally prefer the colder climates. It especially helps with not having to sweat. That doesn't very much matter to you, though, does it? The regulation of my body temperature is such a droll subject. Just know I like when things are a bit colder, and this house that we find ourselves in is perfect. I'm sure it's not overheating you, but it's keeping me right on my toes in terms of controlling my body heat. That's fine. That is fine, fine, fine. Plus, if you need to warm up, surely I can just breathe on you. Unfortunately, that lingering smell would linger even harder, but oh, you'd be warm, and smell. A deer reeking of sulfur? I think they have urban legends about those things. They call them skinwalkers or such. I don't believe you'd be one. Not at all. Much too shrimpy from what I've seen. I don't even know if the real seems like a kind of thing to exist in the absolute oddity-filled region that is Earth. A strange and hunting being that reeks of sulfur. My, maybe they based it off me. Though, I think I'm a little too iconic to be confused for a deer like you. The large, yellowish white wings, the mean black horns. Quite honestly, it's beautiful. But you two are beautiful. Maybe I should forcefully indulge myself in self-appreciation in front of others. No. I've got a whole ship full of thousands and thousands who essentially worship me. I don't think I need to do it to myself. And I don't think I need to try to convince you. You can consider me as rotten as you want. Quite honestly, the appeal of rotten, sulfuric, evil beings is quite just. There's too many people that are trying to be good. You need someone like me coming down every so often to balance things out. Abducting, causing chaos where it won't be noticed. It's also fun. Also boring, in my opinion. I prefer tearing it up on a global scale, bombarding the landscape with toxic gas, leaving no one left, maybe one to keep as my own. But, not here. Not here, my neighboring planet. It's entertaining enough on its own. Its beings intriguing, varied. Not at all like even Mars. Single, maybe 3 species on that planet. No biodiversity, but here there are millions of species of fauna, of even just live creatures, not even just plants or microbiomes. There are millions of unique species. Even within just deer, I'm sure there's tens to hundreds of variants, slightly different from climate to climate. From here in America to there in Africa. Varied and wild, all slightly different. Observation shows a great number of things. Creatures no one on Earth even knows exist outside the creatures themselves. Hidden deep in the forests, killing whatever they need to survive. It's also interesting, so wild. And the fact that the humans think they've discovered even a tenth of what's out there. It's quite hilarious. Doesn't it seem that everyone on this planet thinks you know everything? You all know nothing. Even I know nothing. Someone outside the scope of your home planet, able to observe everything to a micron. There's still stuff I find out about Earth and its species. Well, ecological talk aside, You are such a sweet, a cute dear. But albeit, I think maybe, our time together may indeed need to end. Oh, I'm sorry, little dear, but I know you gotta get rid of that. That's my signal that maybe I should go. You won't remember this evening. You won't remember a bit of it. But no, I had fun with you. Maybe someday I'll track you down and find you again. Maybe if I'm feeling more attached, I may even bite you and keep you as my own permanently. But I find that a bit rude for the time being. It would be rather rude to kiss and tell, so our little session together of me discovering you, just kissing you. It seems you've much enjoyed our time together. But as it must be, it must be cut short. It was fun, little dear, and I hope you have a good rest of your life. You'll find yourself out on one of those couches out there, all by yourself, with a bad headache, the smell of sulfur still lingering, but not much else. You are going to probably be confused about this for the rest of your life. Maybe until you see me again. Perhaps. It was fun, little dear. It was for sure fun.